Hey, it's Sierra, and today I want to talk about faith. So what are some key things that help me to practice faith when there's something that I'm trying to create or manifest? Well, meditation. Simply, as I put it, quiet in my mind. Get into a place where I'm not so engulfed in and focused on my thoughts, especially when my thoughts are creating feelings of doubt within me. I like to look at faith as more of a feeling, something that I'm guided to through the emotions that keep coming up in my body. But it's not like it's like kind of like how happiness is. It's a series of emotions. It's not all one emotion all the time. I mean, happiness comes and goes. Faith really in essence can come and go in how you conceive something to happen. You can be completely excited and in belief in one moment, then someone could be in your presence and you can see something or you could think something and it can make you think, man, maybe this won't happen that way. Maybe this won't happen at all. But you don't have to stay focused on that. And when I'm getting into those places where I'm teetering on my thoughts, the first thing I like to try to do is stop thinking. I like to just get clear and clean my head out for a minute, and meditation allows me to do that. I've struggled in the past with just sitting down and meditating in one solid space for like 10-15 minutes. I use guided meditations a lot of the time. Sometimes I just can't really get my mind in that space, especially when it's moving too rapidly. So meditation for me is taking a walk in nature and mindfully walking. So looking at the trees, looking at everything around me, really taking it in and trying to be as present as possible, present in the moment. So that means I'm seeing every step that I'm taking going forward. I'm noticing everything around me, and I'm deliberately looking for things that I like in what I see. Not focusing on what I don't like, focusing on what I do like. And when I'm focused on what I do like and I'm seeing things that make me smile, then I find myself kind of automatically feeling at ease, taking some of that load off. And then I'm prepared to go back to whatever thought process about what I want to manifest is. You don't have to be stationary to meditate. And I think a lot of people struggle with the idea of, I can't just sit still. It's not so much about a particular act. It's to get you to that mental state. It's the mental state itself. Meditation is a mental state. It's about what you're doing to clear your head out. Some people, it's exercise. Exercise releases so many endorphins in you, and you're not necessarily stationary. You might be doing calisthenics or planks or something like that to try to focus yourself. But in meditation, you can be doing anything that creates that state of mind in you. I qualify it as meditating. You know, whatever works for you to get yourself in a more clear and positive space. Positive space being everything is going to be okay. There is something that really wants everything to work out for you. You want everything to work out for you. You're fine. Well-being abounds. You always end up all right. That peace of mind that you get from knowing that you're going to be okay is priceless. So when you make the effort to genuinely find that for yourself, make that happen. To me, that is one of the key elements to exercising faith. You hear people in church sometimes running around talking about how I'm gonna manifest this, everything is working out, I'm so excited, I'm gonna give this tithes and offerings, this is my last, I don't have no more money, but I'm gonna put it in this hat. And then after the fact, they are talking about how I gave my last. God, I know you're gonna do it for me. If you don't, then I don't know what to do, but it'll be okay though. But I need this to happen, but it'll be okay if it doesn't. But I need this to happen, but it'll be okay if it doesn't. But the way that it feels from what they're saying is, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I done did everything I know to do, and God, this your last chance. Give me this shit. But they're saying, I believe. And I mean, what can you say? You can't argue with somebody saying they believe. Hell, they believe. That's them. They're saying this. But the problem with you saying something and not actually giving off the same energy of the thing that you're saying is the universe, God, source, inner being, however you like to call it, is not listening to what the hell you say. You can say whatever you want to a person. It's about the energy. It's about what you mean. It's the intention behind the words. And the intention is something that can't be faked. The intention is something that only you really know what you mean when you say that. Sometimes we're trying to talk ourselves into something, which can be a great thing. You can be trying to talk yourself into faith and believing that something will happen without actually believing that it's going to happen right now. And that's okay. We're all works in progress. You don't have to be all the way there. Thank God things don't manifest immediately all the time, because if they did, a lot of us would have some pretty crappy shit going on, because we come from a pretty negative place, because there's a lot of negative stimuli all over the place. People are much more inclined to be negative about what's going on than positive. And I don't really know where this habit has come from. I'm not trying to trace it. I don't care. I don't want to know. The point is, we can do something about it in adjusting the way that we feel and the way we think about things now. And part of you exercising faith is believing from a genuine place that everything is going to work out. Not needing another person to confirm that, but being open to any confirmation that comes of the belief that you already know it's going to work out. And not needing it to happen that one way. We can get fixated on it. And you know what? Even if you are fixated on it happening one way, move your actions in alignment with what you know you can do. And maybe that will be what brings the manifestation to pass. Or maybe that's just going to be the steps that are necessary to get you to the place to bring you to whatever is going to actually get you what you need. Be okay with it not being a straight, narrow path. Let it be up and down, however it needs to be. I heard this really beautiful statement about how we look at a garden and we think that's what a beautiful expression of nature. Everything is just so. All the flowers are in these beautiful rows. The grass is cut. But if you don't tend to that garden for a week or two or month or 2-3 months, it start looking wild. And then we say, oh, that garden is unkept. That's an ugly garden. That thing look rough. Somebody need to tear it down or go fix it up, or plants are dying, because it was created for a specific purpose, for aesthetic purposes, so that it would look just so. But in nature, life, natural garden, like nature, like my favorite type of nature, in nature is chaos. Things that grow naturally, oceans, large bodies of water, all types of forms of nature that have not been created by human hands. We see them and we think, damn, this is beautiful. This is perfect, just as it is. Animals, all these different entities that we see and don't need all these extra things to make them just what they need to be. And we see them as gorgeous and perfect just as they are, right? So why is it that when a little chaos happens in our life, we don't see it as part of this bigger, beautiful picture that is coming to fruition, and that everything doesn't have to be just so? It's not necessarily an abstract photo with straight lines and all kinds of perfect curves. Maybe it's a little squiggly here. Maybe it's a little rough over there. You need the darkness so that you even know what light is. In the same way, when you're trying to create something and manifest something, just because you have faith doesn't mean that everything is going to happen all peachy keen. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be anything that you're going to disagree with. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be contrast. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be any no. There's probably going to be a hell of a lot of no's on the way to the yes. But that's okay, because you'll appreciate the yes a lot more when you embrace the no's and don't allow them to get you down. Faith is an exercise. It's like a muscle almost. You got to work that thing. You got to get okay with everything not going your way. And the idea that it's going to end up going the way that you need it to go, from the intention that everything is going to work out and well-being abounds. So faith for me is the work of getting yourself to a place where you truly believe that everything is happening for your good, and that the things that you're reaching for and attempting to manifest are going to come to fruition. Not necessarily in this moment, but exactly as they should be. Not necessarily as you ask them to be, but you're open to that possibility as well. Just that it will happen in the best way for you in any moment that it can, to bring you the ultimate peace of mind. And if you're staying fully present and you're staying focused on what's working right now, then you won't be in such a rush, because you'll know everything is already okay. Think about it like this. The present is made up of moments of the past, right? And the future won't be the future in your experience until it's the present. You can't rush to the future. Once the future happens, you'll already be there in the present moment, experiencing it now, so to speak. So if you can appreciate where you are right now, you're preparing yourself to enjoy the future even more. The future is part of now, just like the past is part of now. It's all on its way. You can't fly over where you are right now to get to where you're trying to go. You have to be where you are and go through this moment to get to the next one. So breathe. Be okay with everything not looking okay. Don't need someone else to give you confirmation of it unless it feels like it resonates with you spiritually, internally, from where you're already standing. Everything is going to be okay. Well-being abounds. There's so many good things to see and look for. Let's not get focused on what isn't going the way that we want it to. In fact, that's the opposite of faith. You expect it to go this way. You have complete and total confidence in your higher power, even if you don't have complete and total confidence in your physical, limited, finite self. Though that would be great too if you did have ultimate faith in yourself and love exactly where you are and yourself as part of that. But that's something that will come. You only need this much faith because you either have it or you don't. So do the work of having it. Think about what you're talking about. Think about what you're thinking about. It's one thing to say everything is going to work out. It's another thing to truly believe that it will, from a place of love and peace and positivity over your own life and experience, not just the people around you. You are loved. Hell, God loves you, even if you don't think nobody else does. And that's plenty. Hell, you love you, even if you don't know that you do. You do. Otherwise, you wouldn't know how to love anyone else. We practice on ourselves first. So, find your slice of peace. Meditate however you can. Clear your mind out. Think about nothing if your thoughts don't make you feel like everything is going to be okay. And find a way to be positive about everything. It's a tool. Positivity is a tool, just like negativity is a tool. It's a tool for creation. So use where you are right now to fulfill the goals of where you want to go. Do what you can where you stand, and everything will be okay later. Just make it okay right now. God bless. Peace and love. Deuce.